Can you see me? Can you hear me?
This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining Calvet and support the Enlisted Project Organization for identifying and achieving your financial goals. Before we begin, as a disclaimer, we'd like to bring to your attention that this webinar is being recorded, and by logging in, you are agreeing to be part of this recording. This recording will be available on our website and YouTube so that you can watch and share with others that might benefit from this presentation also. My name is Jennifer Redquist, and I'm proud to say I am a CalTAP training coordinator with the California Department of Veterans Affairs. Additionally, I'm a veteran myself. I am a military brat. I'm a wife. I'm the mother of 3 active duty airmen. So I can say that I understand the hardships that all of you guys have had to endure. I would like to take a moment to say thank you to all you service members, veterans, spouses, children, parents, families, and friends for all that you've done and do to support the United States military. We know here at Calvet that all of you guys serve, and we want you to know, cradle to grave, all the organizations here are truly passionate about getting resources and assistance to you. And we encourage you guys to reach out if you are in any need or have any type of questions. I'm really excited you guys joined today's presentation because it's packed with great information and resources that I know will make a huge impact on your lives. Presenters today include Annette Walliver. She's our Calvet Local Interagency Network Coordinator for the Central Valley area. And then Rena Rain, she is with Support the Enlisted Project, aka the Tsp organization. Lastly, we have Danielle here. She's another CalTAP training coordinator here, and she's going to be listed in the chat as CalTAP questions. She will be putting in lots of resources and links in the chat function associated with today's topics discussed. Additionally, she's going to be monitoring that Q&A section that's at the bottom of that tab. We ask you guys use this to send all your questions. She's going to answer them, and if she's not able to answer them, she's going to fill them to the subject matter experts. Now, at the end of the presentation, we're going to address all the questions in the questions and answer section, not only to keep the presentation going, but also more than likely, if you had that question, somebody else also had that question. So we want everybody to hear that. So let's get started now. So can you see the next slide here? So what is CalTAP? You've heard me say that a couple times. With the state of California, like the military, there's lots of acronyms for everything. CalTAP stands for the California Transitions Assistance Program. Our goal is to inform and connect veterans of all eras of their earned federal and state benefits, as well as provide continuing support as your needs change. We like to say that verbatim because we want you to know that we understand your needs are going to change over time, and we want to be there for you every step of the way. Now, we like to give you 24 access and assistance 24/7, and we do that through our online portal. And on there, then we have core curriculum, education, employment, entrepreneurship, and service providers. Now, this is a nice little snapshot of the Calvet website. It's extremely user-friendly, and we highly recommend you exploring it with your family. Do not be afraid of rabbit holes here, because those rabbit holes lead to carrots. Carrots are your benefits and money in your pocket. Right now, you're looking at the Caltab Portal. To get to this on the main page of calvet.ca.gov, you're going to see CalTAP in the middle there. Just click on CalTAP. Right here, this is where you're going to see all those different pathways I was talking about. And in those pathways, there's lessons, forms, and resources to assist you. At the bottom circled in yellow is our archives, and it contains all our recorded webinars. Check it out. We've got some great content in a wide range of topics. At the top right there, it's Calvet login. Register for this, and the website will be a hub for all your veteran benefits. It'll customize the website to your needs and honestly puts the website at your fingertips. So here's a great list of benefits available specifically to veterans in the state of California. Unfortunately, we don't have time to go through all of them, but if you do have questions and you see something that you like, please give us a call or an email, and we will address anything you want in detail so you can access these benefits. This is our veterans resource. You guys, it is like gold. It's like our website, but it puts everything at your fingertips, A to Z. It is fantastic. Now, Danielle is going to put a PDF in the link, but if you don't get that, know that you can get it at any time, and you can share it with friends by going to our website. At the bottom where it says additional resources, you'll say Veterans Resource Book. Pick that up and download it. So I've given you quite a bit of information, and I did definitely go fast because we want to get on to the meat and potatoes of this webinar. And I want you guys to know that we are here for you guys. And we strongly encourage you guys to reach out with your non-DoD email address to caltab@calvet.ca.gov so we can continue our relationship and supporting you as much as we did today, and by periodically touching bases with you. We will not spam your email. We will only send you emails to check in with you and send benefit resources to you. Another great way that you can stay connected is by filling out today's survey. This survey is an amazing tool for us. We actively use this and all the information collected from the surveys to improve our presentations so that they are the ultimate goal of providing the best services and information to you. And then lastly, we would say, look us up on any type of social medias, on our YouTube channel, all sorts of great ways for you to connect with us. Now, this is va.gov. This is a federal website, but it's really great hub that we want to tell you guys about, va.gov. You can access your records, military records, health care, your education benefits, disability, check on your disability claims. It's a really great place to go. So please check that out. It's va.gov. So this is my contact information. Like I said, please give us a call if you need anything, or send us an email, or like us on any of our platforms here. With this, I'm going to hand the floor over to Annette Welliver. She is our local interagency network coordinator for the Central Valley. Are you there?
I'm here.
Great.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Annette Welliver, as I'm local interagency network coordinator. Wow, what a mouthful. We're referred to as links, but basically what I am is I'm one of the field reps in the state of California. And next slide, please. So you're going to see that Calvet has divided the state into 8 regions, and each color is a region with a coordinating link. I'm the Central Valley link, so I'm on the 99 all the time. That's a very straight freeway, and I always say that I'm very lucky that I can put a location in my GPS and it says go straight for 140 miles. So I like the Central Valley. I cover Stanislaus and Kern counties. 144,000 veterans that I represent, but we serve current and prior military service members. And we work with federal and state agencies to ensure that veterans are aware of all their benefits and services. We work together as a team, the 8 of us links, because we all have our own specialties. What things we've done in the past brings us where we are now. But we also work within our regions to develop those community resources, or as I call, additional resources. Next slide, please. So we provide outreach to service members, veterans, and their families. We go to DOD installations. I go to Lemoore Naval Air Station, and that way we're active duty members are finding out their benefits and services before they even separate. And then we also go to community colleges. These are typically recently separated veterans. Once again, awareness is the most important thing you can find out about your benefits, which I'm going to cover with you in a few minutes. And then by working with our community partners, the nonprofits, veteran service organizations, we can make referrals and work directly with our established service provider networks. I work very closely with collaboratives here in the Central Valley so that I can ensure that veterans, if federal and state can't do it, then we find those additional resources. And then we assist with local emergencies. We've been very proactive in assisting veterans with the fires here in the state of California. I actually was deployed about 1.5 years ago to Porterville for about over a 3-week period of time to assist those SQF fire evacuees, those veterans who needed assistance. And in some cases, not only their properties were burned down, but also they lost all their paperwork. So remember that DD Form 214 is a very important document. Make sure you have a copy available to you, something you can access or your family members can. But by working with our County Veteran Service Office, we were able to get copies of those DD4 and 214s. And then also working with Calvet Home Loans, get the certificate of eligibility so they could go forward with either a Calvet or a VA home loan. And if they had a Calvet home loan, we were able to assist those individuals with their insurance paperwork. Currently, the 8 links are assisting headquarters with the 1-800-CALVET when people call in. So I can get a call from Klamath Falls or San Diego. Because I know the state and federal resources available, I'm normally able to assist them. But if we need to dive deeper, I can call their link in their community because they are the subject matter experts in those areas. And then we provide leadership and advocacy to local communities. And we do this by staying in touch with those collaboratives, our community partners, make sure they're aware of benefits and services, updates, any changes, but also if there's any gaps in benefits that we can forward that information to headquarters. Next slide, please. So getting connected to your benefits, wow, I'm the poster child for that. I'm a United States Army veteran. I've served from 1975 to 1978. Used my GI Bill, got my degree, got a VA home loan, and I thought, okay, that's it. And I was a retail executive for 28 years. But it wasn't until 12 years ago when I started working for the state of California that I actually realized I'm a veteran and entitled to additional benefits. I didn't know I could file for compensation. And some of these benefits, remember, don't expire. So I have a service-connected disability, which leads to additional benefits. I'm enrolled in VA healthcare. So take advantage of these agencies here because these are part and parcel of those agencies that we deal in and day out. Employment and training, the Employment Development Department actually has dedicated staff that work only with veterans to assist them with getting connected with whether it's a resume preparation, interview skills, or just getting connected to employers. And you know what? I was an EDD vet rep for 8 years, so I know how dedicated these staff are. Also, they're co-located in the America's Job Center of California, the AJCCs. They have the tools that you can use at no cost to you, whether it's computers, printers, copiers, whatever you need. You can file for unemployment, disability, paid family leave. They can also get you connected with your veterans preference points, which is great for a state or federal job. California state benefits, well, that's what we're all about in Calvet. And so every state has different eligibilities and different benefits, but it's the County Veteran Service Office. These are the boots on the ground for Calvet. They're trained by Calvet. And so we rely on them to help administer those state and federal benefits, whether it's filing for compensation and pension, DMV paperwork, college tuition fee waiver. Their doors are open to you. And it's amazing how you can find out about additional benefits that you weren't aware of. Healthcare, well, we need to be mindful of our healthcare during this time. And I've been very blessed by being with the VA Medical Center here in Fresno. I'm stationed here in the Central Valley. All my appointments in the last 2 years have been telehealth and VA Connect. So it's really good to stay connected to your providers, and it's very easy. And if you need to enroll in VA healthcare, you can either go online and enroll, or you can call your local VA medical center and ask for eligibility, and they can probably enroll you over the phone. And then the vet centers are also available to assist the VA medical centers with any benefits that you might be entitled to. Next slide, please. So this is my contact information. If you remember nothing else, remember this. As I said, I'm a service-connected United States Army veteran. I've used a lot of the state and federal resources. If you need any information, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you very much, and thank you for your service.
Thank you so much, Annette, for all of that great information and all the resources you give us. Please give her a call or send her an email if you have any type of questions. With that, I'm going to hand the floor over to the STEP organization with Rena Rain. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can everybody hear me and see me?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, my name is Rena Ryan, and today I'm going to talk to everybody a little bit about financial literacy, but more specifically, identifying and achieving your financial goals. Can you go to the next slide, please? So background on myself, I am the client services supervisor at Support the Enlisted Project. I have a Master of Social Work. I'm a certified personal finance counselor, and I'm also a certified financial social worker. I'm an 8-year Navy CB veteran. My husband is still on active duty, which is how I ended up in San Diego. And so I'm living the military lifestyle pretty much ever since I was 17 years old. We here at STEP, everybody is associated to the military in some shape or form. We have veterans, we have retirees, we have military spouses, we have children of military, we have parents of military, and it's a fantastic place to be. And that's kind of where I get the basis of my experience and knowledge all together. Next slide, please. So we're going to talk about building your personal finance plan and what that will look like. This is different than just a budget. We don't like to use the word budget. It comes with some negative connotations. It kind of means restriction. And that's not what we're looking to do. We are wanting to empower you to take control of your finances and help build that personal finance plan so you can achieve your definition of financial well-being and financial self-sufficiency. Everybody's finances are different. Everybody's goals are going to be a little bit different. And what I'm hoping to do today is give you some tools and resources and some information so you can get to building your personal finance plan. Next slide, please. So the first step is identifying what a personal finance plan is, what that actually means. The best way to think of it, it's helpful to me, is thinking of it as a roadmap to your financial future. So you're going to have to gather some information. You're going to have to look at where you're starting right now. What is your financial picture right now? And what is it that you want to achieve? Where do you want to end up? Just like planning a road trip, you're going to identify where you're starting from and where you're going to end. You're going to identify the steps you're going to take. Am I taking the 5 or am I taking the 15 north? What steps do you need to take in order to improve your financial well-being and achieve your financial goals? And then, of course, adjusting for detours and bumps in the road. Things don't always go to plan. Anybody who has any military experience can say, you hope for the best and you plan for the worst. And that's the same with planning your personal finances and achieving your financial goals. Next slide, please. So at STEP, this is our client card. And one of the things that we really want to do is help take control of your finances. This is one of our client card pictures, and it kind of just talks about some of the situations that you might be experiencing. Are you stressed out about your finances? Are you kind of tired of living paycheck to paycheck? You're going from one paycheck to 2 weeks later, and you're saying, I don't have as much left over as I feel like I should have. Are you avoiding bills? Are you stressing out? Are you stressing out about whether or not you're going to be able to make next month's rent or your mortgage? One of a common one for our military is you'd like to be able to fly home. You'd like to be able to go visit family. You'd like to be able to take advantage of some of your your free time, especially if you've hit retirement. But if you're under a financial constraint, then you may not feel like you have the freedom to do that. And helping take control of your finances is really about having freedom to make the choices that you want to make. Next slide, please. So our financial wellness program is one of those things that can also assist with that. Our social workers, we've got a whole team of them now. We've been able to grow in the past 10 years, and we're also able to help with that personal finance plan. You get started on our website. It's teamstepusa.org. And that's the easiest way. You click on, I think it says apply for assistance, and then you fill out the application and get started. Next slide, please. So back to your personal finance plan. You're going to identify your financial goals first. Where do you want to go? And we're going to talk about some questions that you might be able to ask yourself about what that might actually look like for you. Some people might say, I'm not entirely sure as to what it is I want to achieve. I just know I want it to be better. So we're going to assist with identifying your financial goal or goals. Next slide, please. So take a moment and ask yourself, what do you like about your finances? Is it that you get paid once a week? Is it that you get paid once a month and you know that that's all you have for the month, but you also know that you can go ahead and pay all of your month's bills on the 1st because that's when your benefits come in? What is it about your finances that stress you out? What is it that when your paycheck comes in and you're going, oh, instead of feeling, yay, I got paid, you're going, oh, I don't feel good about this. What is working for you? This is the question I really want you to ask yourself. What is working for you? What is going well? Because we want to do more of that. Smallest success and then build upon it. What isn't working for you? You may have decided you were going to set your bills up on auto pay and found that doesn't work for you as well as you thought it might. Well, if that's not working, then let's stop doing that and find something else that is or might work for you. And then what difference do you want to see or feel about your finances? Would you like to see more money left over at the end of the month? Would you like to see, your credit card balance going down? Would you like to see your savings account growing? What difference, even if it's a small difference, what difference do you want to see or feel about your finances? Sometimes it's helpful to think, well, I can't even imagine what difference I want to see. Well, maybe step to the future. And what will it look like when you do feel good about your finances? What does that look like? And then work your way backwards. Next slide, please. Okay, so some potential goals. These are pretty common amongst some of the people that we work with. Positive cash flow, having money left over, paying off credit cards. That one's a pretty straightforward. Paying bills on time. If your finances have changed because you've transitioned out of the military, you were used to getting paid twice a month, now you're only getting paid once a month, that adjustment could create a cycle of not paying bills on time. And you might just be like, I just need to figure out how to get this done each month. Keeping a positive bank account balance, that's a tough one. It almost seems once you get into the cycle of overdraft, you stay in the cycle of overdraft. Maybe saving up for Christmas. It's May. We currently have 7 months until Christmas. That might be a completely attainable goal right now. Starting an emergency savings. I feel like COVID taught a lot of us that our emergency savings may not have been as big as we thought it could have been. Maybe we had 3 months and we needed 6 months to get through, shutdowns. Improving your credit score, that's a potential goal as well. And then and potentially reduce impulse buying. I know Walmart is the worst at this. You're standing in line, you're at an end cap and you see something that you like and you put it in your basket. I didn't exactly plan on that. Maybe coming up with a strategy to address that might be a potential goal. Next slide, please. So when we talk about goals, we want to do what we call SMART goals. These are specific, these are measurable, they are attainable or achievable or relevant and time-based. And the time-based is very key because you want to make sure that you're not just leaving that goal open-ended. Time-based lets you know, I'm going to achieve this by this time. The specific and measurable, that's going to let you know, did I achieve my goal? I can go in and check and say, yes, I did achieve my goal. So here I'm going to kind of go through how to take a simple goal and turn it into a SMART goal. Click forward. So reduce spending. That's a pretty general goal. I would just like to spend less. And in today's financial environment, I think that almost every single one of us would like to spend less on gas and groceries and living expenses. But how are you going to achieve that? What does that look like? How will I know that I've reduced my spending? Is it because my grocery bill went down a little bit? Because my grocery bill went down, but then I ended up spending more on another, way to feed myself, eating out, or a meal kit, whichever. Go ahead and click forward. So how about we target that in and be specific? I'm going to reduce my spending on eating out. I have noticed I have been eating out way too much, between having somebody deliver or popping over to the local deli. I'm eating out way too much. Click forward. Okay, so I looked at it, and I eat every day that I have to be in the office. Every day. So 5 days a week, I am eating out. Okay, I want to reduce that from every day to just once a week. I think I can afford, $10 a week or so. But how am I going to do that? What are the steps I'm going to take in order to achieve that? Well, I'm going to pack a lunch for 4 days a week. I don't want to set up myself for failure and say, I'm going to pack a lunch every day, every single day. Sometimes we might wake up late. Sometimes we may have not gotten to the grocery store to get food for lunches. So I want to give myself a buffer and give myself a day to have a little bit of grace or a treat. Okay, and when am I going to do this by? Habits don't just bloom overnight. They take practice. So I want to give myself time to develop this into a habit. Well, let's shoot for the end of May. Obviously, this says May 2021, but it's 2022. So let's shoot for the end of May. By the end of May, I would like to have the habit of packing my lunch 4 days a week, and once a week, I eat out for my lunch. That's a relatively simple, specific, SMART goal. Click forward. So how will you get there? What is going to help you achieve your financial goal? Well, let's look at past success. When was the last time you felt good about your finances? Think of a time you felt good about finances. Might have been pre-pandemic. It might have been a year ago. You might feel pretty good about your finances right now. What are you doing now or then when you felt good about your finances? What was going on? What steps were you taking? Think of one time when you were closer to your goal. If your goal is to reduce your debt, think of a time when you felt just a little bit closer to your goal. Maybe your credit card balance wasn't as high. What did you do to get closer to that goal? Even if it's just a very small step, you took action and got a little bit closer. Repeat that. What is something you do with your money now that works for you? If it's working for you, you feel good about it, do more of that, build on it. And how will you know you accomplished this goal? What will it look like? Well, for reducing spending on eating out, I know that it'll look like my grocery bill might go up a little bit higher, but my eating out will go down much more. I won't have as many, deli receipts or charges on my bank account. I won't have, Uber Eats notifications popping on my phone every day around noon. And what have you been doing that has kept things from getting worse? Sometimes financial situations can become critical, but somehow you have done something to keep it from getting worse. Sometimes clients come to us and they're only behind on one bill. How did they manage that? You're only behind on one bill. How did you keep it from getting worse? And what is just one thing you can do this month to get you a little bit closer to your goal? All right, my goal was to reduce eating out. I'm gonna buy a lunchbox. That's my one step this month to get closer to accomplishing my goal. Next slide. So you've identified your financial goal. You've identified your steps. Next, you're gonna go through the rest of the steps. Identify your resources. As veterans in California, the amount of resources you have it's almost unfathomable. It's probably my favorite thing about being a veteran in California is because of Calvet and CalTAP. Your next step, determine your motivation. How are you going to keep going towards your goal when things get tough? Are you doing this for your financial well-being? Are you doing this in order to buy yourself a house in the future? Are you doing this so you want to plan for your children or grandchildren? What is your motivation so you can keep going when things do get tough? Step 4, implement the plan. You've put all of this effort into identifying your goals, your resources, the steps you're going to take. Now it's time to do it. And then step 5, you're going to follow up on it. Check in on your plan. Check in once a month. Check in when you get paid. Am I making the steps that I need to be making to achieve my goal? Do I see a small amount of progress? Is this working for me? If it's not, then this is the bumps and the detours in the road that I mentioned earlier. This is where you're going to reevaluate and say, all right, this isn't working out. I need to tweak it. I still want to end up at point B, but the steps I laid out aren't exactly working out for me. So I need to find a new way for me to get to my goal. Next slide, please. So some of your other resources, I kind of talked a little bit about STEP, but we provide personalized finance counseling. It's tailored to and determined by you. You work individually with a social worker like myself. And when I say it's tailored and determined by you, that is 100% what it is. It's not what Rena's goals are. It's what your goals are, whether that's you just want to kind of have a good plan to follow month to month. You want to get yourself ready to buy a home. You want to just simply have a good idea of where your money is going each month. Whatever your goal is, we are going to work with you with what those goals are, your strengths, and provide you the finance counseling so you can achieve your sense of financial well-being. We provide steps 1 through 5, and then for 12 months afterwards, or even longer if you need it, we follow up with you. We find out, hey, how's it going? It's not working. Okay, let's adjust. It is working. What did you do to achieve that? And it is 100% focused on you. We provide personal finance counseling to all veterans and their families nationwide. If you're interested, you go to our website and then you click on get help, or it says apply for assistance. It's right there at the top. You can't miss it. You fill out the application. And the coolest thing is we were teleworking before teleworking was cool. So it's all done either via phone or Zoom or Teams, whatever method works best for you. But if you're not wanting to, get dressed and put on shoes and leave the house, you can totally complete our whole entire program from the comfort of your house in your pajamas. We wouldn't know the difference. Next slide. Another great resource is 211. It's available nationwide. No matter where you're at, you pick up the phone, you dial 211, and you're going to get connected to a local person who knows of local resources for a multitude of needs, everything from housing down to, can you just help me find the library? 211 is fantastic. It's a fantastic program. I completely encourage anybody who has a question about the local area that they're in to get connected to 211. They have local and veteran resources. They have information on financial literacy and assistance resources. And you can also connect to them from a website as well. But the easiest way, pick up your phone, dial 211, and you'll get connected to a live person in your local area. Next slide, please. Another great one is Mymoney.gov. I found this about 1.5 years ago, but it's got information and education on finances in a way that it's actionable. Education for your teenagers on finances. I myself have teenagers at home, and teaching them about money is, I don't know why, but it's so difficult. I don't know if it's because their developing brains just can't wrap their heads around it, but this is a great way to open up that conversation about finances with teenagers. They have financial calculators, they have worksheets, they have checklists, they have a spending tracker. So if you're really wanting to really find out where every penny is going, definitely check out that spending tracker. They have information on how to plan for life events, whether that's having children, sending kids to college, buying a home, retirement, and so much, much more. It's an excellent resource for getting some tools that you can put in your toolbox for yourself. Next slide, please. And then Experian. Now, granted, they are the credit reporting company, but they have a website, a portion of their website for consumer education. And it's really educational about what happens with your credit score. It talks about what your credit score is, how to read and understand your credit report, how to fight and defend yourself from fraud and identity theft, planning even more so for life events like home buying and what that actually looks like. And then again, they even have information for tools for teaching your finances to teens, especially in like a classroom setting. So if I have anybody who's involved in their high school, this is an excellent resource for some of those life skills. But it's a great way to learn more about your credit score and how to improve it. Next slide. So this is my contact information. You 100% feel free to reach out to us. Check out more about what we do on our website. It's teamstepusa.org. We're here to answer any questions that you might have. We are here to assist if you are just wanting to improve your financial well-being or you're facing a financial crisis. And there's my phone number. And of course, you know, that was the end of my presentation. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rena. We really, really appreciate you being here and presenting today. Such great information, really great tips. I know it's going to help so many. I'm going to actually use some of those tips. So thank you so much. All right, so this is a portion in our presentation where we're going to go over those Q&A that you guys had put in the chat. So Danielle, did we get anything in there in the Q&A?
Hi, so far we have one. Sorry, I was just resending the PowerPoint presentation for anyone who might have missed it. So the one question that we received so far is, do you know if veterans get taxed on retirement pay or disability pay? And I did send that question. I did answer it and also sent a link, but retirement pay is taxable. Your disability payments are not considered taxable income. And then like I said, I just sent a link in there with that question for further information. So at this time, we don't have any other questions, but obviously we will wait for more to come in. I don't know if you want to talk about the next few slides while we wait.
Yeah, let's go over the next few slides. So this slide once more is that survey link that I was telling you guys earlier about, the one that we use to really make these webinars useful to you guys, really beneficial to the family and you. So please take a moment to fill that out. Let us know what we're doing. Let us know if there's something that you would like us to cover. We are every single month, we're trying to put out new content for you. So if there's something you want that you have not seen come out yet, let us know. We'd really appreciate that. So you can use your phones right now and open up your cameras. Just focus on that QR code and it'll take you right to our survey. So it makes it really easy. Or it would be in the chat also. The next slide here is our upcoming webinars. This is really great stuff. One is on employment, apprenticeship, entrepreneurship, federal employment. This is a really big topic for a lot of people that want to get in those GS jobs at using the USA Jobs website. So it's really good insider information there that we have a presenter. And then we have legal services webinar also, which is a really big topic also that a lot of people have a lot of questions about. So really great webinars coming up in May. The last slide here is, again, all of our social media. Please follow us. Go to our YouTube channel. There's so much great information and so many webinars on recorded ones, just like this one, on our YouTube channel. Go to Facebook and like us on Facebook. That way you can see what's coming up maybe. And then go to our website. Remember, like I told you, do not be afraid of that website. It's so user-friendly and so much great information on there. Even information on where to go to get help if you live in an area, there's a fire or there's some sort of emergency. We have those emergencies on there. We have the people to contact to assist you in those emergencies. So it's just really great stuff. Let's go back now to everybody's contact information and see if we got any more questions.
So we had one more come in. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to answer it. It sounds like it might be a question to ask TSP directly. But the question is how to continue with TSP contributions after transition to retirement status.
Yeah, so I would definitely get a hold of TSP and ask them specifically. There's different types of TSP. So most people are used to the one that's for your uniformed services or military. But there's also a version of TSP that's open to federal retirees, or not retirees, but federal employees. Typically, if you want to continue contributing to your TSP or a 401k after you leave the military or retire, you're going to need to transfer it to your next employer's retirement plan. And that's how you can continue to contribute to it. TSP has to come, just like 401ks, they have to come from your paycheck, which is why you have to be a part of your employer's retirement program or 401k, and then transfer what you had into TSP into that. Federal employees, if they are a military retiree, they can transfer their military TSP to the federal's TSP, but it's not exactly the same. It's still the process of a transfer.
That is really great information and good insight and good advice there. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Danielle, anything else?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. There are lots of services to help us with our disability claim with the VA. Are there any other resources to assist us in getting our disability with the Social Security Administration?
So they're talking about not VA disability. They're talking about
yeah, it sounds like they're
disability.
talking about their Social Security payment. And I'm not aware of anything specifically that might be vet specific. I don't know if Annette has any resources that you might know of.
No, not offhand.
Would they be going to the Department of ED for that?
That might be a good one just to call the Social Security Administration directly. Again, that's a federal program, so unfortunately we are not the subject matter experts on that. So that might be the best place to answer. I'm sorry, we can't give you a more definitive answer than that.
Yeah, and EDD is a state organization, so they probably wouldn't have information or be able to access that information.
And I don't have any more questions on there.
All right, well, I'm going to just bring everybody's attention back to this slide. Again, we have all sorts of ways for you guys to connect with us, get more information. If there's something you think about after this presentation, please give us a call, send us an email, or call one of the presenters here. There we go. Let us know if you need anything at all, or if you have a friend that needs anything. Please share our information. I want to take a moment to say thank you so much to our presenters, Rena and Annette here. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the community and all the great information that you provided today. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's attending today. Thank you so much for being here. And let us know if you need anything at all. With that, I think we're gonna, would you agree on saying we'll conclude this webinar, Danielle?
Yeah, let's close it out.
All right, well, thank you so much, and everybody have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
We'll
Have a
see you
great
next time.
day.
Bye-bye.